Lucky man to lucky Emmy, huh? Tonight, in your speech, you gave the importance of education,
Yes.
as well as you gave a big shout out for a cause for ALS
Yes,
in
sir.
honor of your mom.
Yes, sir.
What does that make you feel about giving a worldwide shout out for ALS for your mom tonight?
My mother was, or is, she was the rock in our family, and she taught my sister and I that we can do anything, and we can go anywhere as far as we can dream. She was a librarian for 30 years at a time when there were no computers, so if you wanted to study anything, you had to go to the library. What a thought. And when we got of age, and because she worked at the main library, when we got a little older, she left the main library in Detroit and came to the branch near our house so she can be near us, so she can get us if she needed to get to us. But what it ended up happening is that we would always come down there and bother her. Mommy, Courtney's doing this, and he's going to come in and tell you, but don't believe him. But it's really his fault. We were a tag team, but we were education was our ticket, and we knew we weren't coming back home after high school. We were going to college, and we were raised to go. We knew we weren't coming back home. We didn't have that. We didn't have that issue as it is today. So, so for my mother to be as active as she was, she used to go 4 times a week and drive 20 miles to her workout class. She was Habitat for Humanity. She was volunteering literacy. The soup kitchen. So she was everywhere. So she was my biggest role model and my biggest hero.
Hi, over here, down in the front.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Sarah Paulson said her opinion of Marcia Clark changed from doing the role that she portrays. Did your opinion change?
Of Sarah Paulson? Yes, absolutely. No, I am. I was a big O.J. Simpson fan. When I was I remember him at USC. I was a big football fan at 7 and 8 and 9. And so when this went down, and I said, my hero, oh no, no, no. And then it was on television. It couldn't be. He couldn't have done. So I blocked it out. So and I didn't follow the trial. We were shooting Panther up in Sacramento at the time, and the NBA Finals was preempted, and so I was not. This was an opportunity for me to actually educate myself as to what happened and what was going on, and I didn't know Johnny. I'd met him one time at a party, but I was a young actor, and he was Johnny Cochran. So I was. It was an educational process for me every day when the scripts came in. I said, "Wow, where are we going to go today?" So it was wonderful. It was a thrilling ride.
Courtney, back here, hi, on your right a little bit, way in the back. Hi.
Hi.
Jimmy Kimmel made a joke. I don't know if you heard it about Johnny Cochran watching from below, basically him being in hell.
Oh, I didn't get that. I wasn't in there.
You didn't?
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Okay, thank you.
Courtney, over here.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Congratulations on the win. Well deserved. I'm a huge
Thank you.
fan of the show.
Thank you.
How does it feel to win tonight, and how will you be celebrating?
It feels wonderful. As I said to my children, win, lose, or draw, I've already won. So if it happens for me, wonderful. If it doesn't happen for me, it's all good. We come home and celebrate one way or the other. So it feels wonderful. Tonight we will go to the governor's ball. I'll give this to my wife, and she'll tell me where it's going to go in the house. And I'm grateful. My family, I didn't see them for 6 months while I was over at the Fox lot in my trailer. The scripts were thick, and our family is, in order for us to do what we do, our children and nanny and assistant and nurses who help my mom 24/7. It's a coordination effort. We don't do this alone. We don't do it in a vacuum. And I'm so grateful to all of our people that help us do what we do, including our children. We can't do it without. We tell them now they're big people now, so they got to help.
Courtney, straight ahead.
Chris
Yes, sir.
Beecham with Gold Derby.
Yes.
Wondering
sir.
about, you've now a Tony winner and an Emmy winner. I'd love to know compare the two, the nights, and also how are you going to get your Oscar and how are you going to get your Grammy?
I'm going to leave that up to the big fella, those two. This compares, theater is, with theater, with the Tony, I know I had a show to do the next night. The level of exhaustion was very intense, and so the level of satisfaction, I think, was very high. But this we did back in, we finished October 27th. So it's a different kind of surreal elation because I, from where I started, not knowing much about the trial and not knowing much about Johnny, to standing in front of you, knowing that this was a victory not so much for myself, but for the team. It was the team of the Backstage Vance team and also the team of the American Crime Story O.J. Simpson team. And I couldn't do this without the people that help, and you can't do anything without. And that's the message, I think, in this world, that we need each other. We can't do it alone. The white folks, black folks, all races, we need each other. We've got to find a way to build bridges and not walls. We have to. Our country and our society depends upon it.
Courtney, back here, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
Congratulations. I told you this months ago.
You did.
Johnny was my neighbor. I knew him well.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't know him. You pulled nuances out that you almost had to know him. So where did those things come from? How did you dig down and find that?
As I told the story, I had to make a decision early on because I didn't want to overwhelm myself, and I needed to be able to stand up when it was time to shoot and not be in my head. So I made a decision not to watch footage, not to go and seek out and talk. And I read Jeffrey Toobin's book over and over again, and a couple more books from reading his book, and I needed a kernel. That's all I need. As an actor, sometimes all you need is something to allow you to have the confidence to grow. And when the camera's on you, with OJ, when there's 5 or 6 cameras on you, and they're moving and they're swirling, you can't be in your head. And I did not want to view that footage and be in my head with Johnny, and Johnny's in my head as opposed to me being in my head going through the dialogue in the scene. And so I was pleased that I was able to release into him. And I said to myself, I'm going to make a choice and go with it. And I think if I can help people get into this story, get underneath this material and let them go into the story, they will forgive me any nuance that I wasn't able to bring. And I'm so grateful that my choice was and enabled everyone to get into it. So thank you. Thank you very, very much.